A minute, please. This fan thoda reduce kar, thoda sound is good. Nice, thank you. Okay, close your eyes. Just a minute. You can just, what I was telling you, like, in case any one of you have their cell phone, anybody, switch it off. Okay? Nice, thank you. Just keep your eyes closed, friends, for some time. Just now, even after asking you to close your eyes, I opened my eyes again. Not only switched off my own phone, but also I asked you, please switch off your own cell phones. You can do that. Because the cell phone, if it is open, any call can come in. The caller doesn't know whether you are in a class, in a laboratory, or swimming. The call will come in. But you don't want the call to come in at this moment when you are sitting down there. So you can switch it off now. You say you are sitting down in meditation. If you say all your thoughts are disturbing you, usually people will ask, say, switch off your thought. Is it possible? Can you switch off your mind? Can you switch off that crow which is crowing at a distance? You cannot switch it off. Nor can you switch off the consciousness, the self that you are, in whose presence every memory, every thought is recognized. You cannot switch off your ears. You can close your eyes, but you can't stop breathing. And along with the breathing, you have to inhale a fragrance or any type of smell. But you cannot switch them off. Nor can you switch off your memories. You can choose to be with yourself. The thoughts may slow down. But the thoughts, whether they are slow down or they are coming in speed, repeating again and again who you are, the self, the awareness, remain unaffected. Just see that point, please. You are preparing yourself to sit down. You came from home. You had your bath, you dressed freshly. Come back. Take your place, wherever it is. Take a very comfortable posture, with legs crossed, or hanging. You have to prepare all that. You have to close or open your eyes. What shall you do with your thoughts? How are you going to arrange your thoughts? They don't need to be bathed. They can't be left behind. They are just there. To appear at random and disappear without your permission. In the same spot, you are there, not as the eye thought. A name is not needed. As even when you are bathing the body, you don't feel Ram is bathing or Hari is breathing. You don't remember your name when you are driving your car. You don't remember your name while fishing, traveling. Nor do you need to remember the name called I. When the thoughts are coming up, body is sitting down, breathing happens, and you are conscious, consciousness itself. Let's see that, friends. The whole effortless, all-pervasive arrangement of the existence, namely Srishti, creation, samsara, the universe, which is continuously changing. And in and through the changes, in the world outside, your body aging, sense organs changing, aging, thoughts changing, I thoughts appearing, disappearing, awareness, the self, always the same. See that peculiarity. While speaking, I don't remember Swami Suddhananda speaking. That name just doesn't exist. While listening, your name is not appearing before everything you listen. Or hear, touch, taste, smell. Nor you need to remember the word I. For you to be conscious. Just see that, friends. Go to your physical body, made out of 5 elements: space, akasa, air, vayu, agni, fire, apaha, water, prithvi, clay. Just see the beauty of it. Your physical body is sitting down. Do you see anywhere clay in your body? You see the flesh, bone, You don't see the clay, but it is clay. You don't see any water in your body. It's not available for you to see the water. Nor you can see the fire, the heat. You can't see the air, of course. You cannot. The space inside, the stomach space, the space in every organ, in and through everything, whole body, not visible, but it's there. Just see the beauty, the mystery, the elegance, the grandeur. The magnificence of this creation. All the elements in the body, nothing is visible. All the thoughts in the body. Eyes cannot see. Ears cannot hear. Tongue cannot taste. Nose cannot smell. Your hands cannot touch. Only one principle that illumines it all. All the thoughts are there about the SIDDHA, the sounds, touches, sights, tastes, smells of million kinds. And all are illumined by yourself, the awareness. I thought is not needed. Please look at it. The I thought, the thought I, which you go on saying I, is not needed for the creation to exist. Think of this beauty and the magnificence. Your I thought is not needed. Your body is not needed for the universe of name and form to exist. Consciousness is not yours, it is you, and always there, in and through the whole universe, always existing. In this whole arrangement of your physical body, inseparable part of the elemental universe, the sense organs perceive, thoughts are created. You are conscious. In this whole arrangement, friends, just see one point. The only thing redundant at this moment is I thought. The I thought, you don't need to say I, think I, for the whole arrangement to exist as it is. Just see that, be that. You don't need to say the word I for your body to exist, for the universe to exist. You don't need to say I or think I for your ears to hear, skin to touch, eyes to see, nose to smell. Nor do you need your eye thought for the hearing sensation, touch sensation, sight sensation, taste sensation, smell sensation. Now you need the eye thought for the memories of the sound and sensations, for the memories of the touch and touch sensations, for the memories of the sight and the sight sensations, for the memories of the taste and taste sensations, for the memories of smell and smell sensation to exist as thoughts in you. Nor the I thought is required for you to be conscious. Consciousness, to be conscious of the thoughts of all kinds, before they are gathered, when they are continuing, and when they are disappearing. I thought is not required. Nor it is required for the sense organs to see, for the organs of action, hands, legs, the whole body and the limbs to function, or the universe to exist. Consciousness, inevitable, inseparable part of the whole existence. Everything changes. Samsara, samsarati, continuously srishar to move, changing, growing, aging. The whole universe, including your body, your senses, your organs of actions, your memories of all kinds, changing, growing. I thought not needed. To wake up, to dream, to sleep, I thought not needed. You don't need to say, I wake up to wake up. You wake up and you say, I am awake. The I did not wake you up. Nor do you need the I to dream. It happens. Nor do you need the I to sleep. In fact, as long as the I struggling to sleep, that long it can't sleep. Sleepless night is not because of lack of tiredness, but the I thought continuously disturbed. The I is not needed for the waking, for the dream, for the sleep, or to be conscious. In the whole arrangement of the universe, I is redundant. But your being who you are is absolute existence, never changes, no aging, no growing, in its presence, everything is illumined, changing, growing. As even without your being aware, without your knowledge, your body is carrying the space, the air, the fire, the water, the earth. You don't see the elements at all. What a beautiful form. Disintegrates into the elements, aging in time. The space is ageless. The air is ageless. The fire is ageless. The water is ageless. The earth is ageless. But out of those ageless elements, an aging body, as though aging. The body doesn't feel it is aging, as if in the space doesn't feel it is aging. Neither the air nor the fire, nor the water nor the earth. That it is aging is a different thing. I am aging is the ahankar, the I thought. I am born. The body doesn't feel it is born or aging. I feels it, grabs, drags the identity. Eyes don't claim that they see. Ears don't claim they hear. The sense organs don't claim that they're sensing things. Nor the organs of action claim the activity. Again, the I thought. The redundant entity has become so imposing. The thoughts do not need the I to appear or disappear. But the I grabs their appearances, disappearances. Awareness has no sense of a name. Nor it feels conscious. I thought, see that entity, one entity. In millions of people, billions of people, only in human species, it has created divisions of infinite kinds. In your own little body, sense organs, organs of action, memories, and the consciousness arrangement, this is the only little entity which creates havoc of every kind. Both ways. It is a blessing if it uses the creativity. It's a curse if it doesn't know anything. You can't get angry with it. Just appreciate one word, one name, aham, the I. What it stands for, has no problems, no limitations, no limitations of any kind. Immortal, absolute. But in His presence, everything is felt. The thoughts that you are conscious of, no way affects it. As I am sitting now, you will not feel which I feel in my body. At this moment, a tiny insect is walking on my ear. It goes into my ear also. Unless I say, you will not know it. Being conscious, nothing will affect. But if you allow the insect to go through your ear, a snake to come around and wrap up your body, the whole world starts shaking because there's an earthquake. Don't sit down to say you are in samadhi and therefore you don't know anything. These type of imaginary ideas. That in being conscious, nothing shall touch you. Nothing shall touch you, the consciousness, but something shall touch your body. The time can never touch the timeless, but the time consumes your body. In space, your body is limited. But who you are, at all times, all places, consciousness, in which all the names, all the forms, space, air, fire, water, earth, your tiny body, senses, thoughts existing. One thought which is redundant for anything to exist or disappear is I thought. But this I thought drags every changes to itself. Everything that is existing to itself. Anything that is disappearing, fading also to itself. Just see that one little thought. And that's not more important than you, the meaning of the word I, the self, the awareness. A name is not needed. As even the name space is not needed, or air, or fire, or water, or the earth, for the elements to exist. The word body is not needed for the body to exist. The word thoughts are not needed for the thoughts to exist. The word I is not needed for the meaning of the word I to exist. For you to exist, no name, no form, no words, nothing is needed. So if you want to give this nameless, formless existence where nothing demands a name, if you want to give it a name, to explain the entire universe, one word is enough. Om, Aham. Just see that. be the awareness. Yourself, no word is needed, no thought is needed. Thank you, friends. Now I shall get up, go there, and explain to you how that one name, just one name, one word, one letter is the name of the entire existence, includes everything in that one letter, Om, that one word, Aham, or Aum, if you want to say that. Everything has already been named. Everything is already named. Nothing, nobody ever stands apart. We are all included, all inclusive. That is the beauty of the scripture. That is the beauty of this vision. All inclusive existence. When in our secular studies or so-called religious studies, people are attempting to make every person exclusive. Here there is no attempt to make somebody all-inclusive. You are all-inclusive. Exclusiveness needs effort. All-inclusiveness doesn't need effort. To be in Madras, in Odisha, sitting down in Bhubaneswar, or sitting down in Madras, sitting down in, maybe London, Paris, Sydney, Rio, exclusive place, even effort is needed. To be in the universe, what effort you should make it, friends? To be in the earth, effort is needed. To go to Mars, Jupiter, effort. To be in the universe. That is why I say, Abhibhaktam cha bhuteshu, vibhaktam iva cha sthitam. Undivided, indivisible in and through the universe, existing as though divided. This concept of divisions, where it makes you exclusive, is rather, harmless if you understand, terribly disastrous if you don't understand. So see that beauty, okay? We shall see that point now. I'll go up there again, explain to you, okay? Thank you. You see these things, okay, friends? This should be louder. Okay? Yeah. Okay. This morning, again as usual, is it sound is working? Okay, all right. Please see that. This morning again, as usual, a beautiful thought I must explain to you. Any time when you see, I think you have to but it can. Okay. See, any time when you see some mischief, in a sense, there is a war. There is coronavirus. There is a political outrage, one big demonstration. If there is terrorist activity, some terror attack, what is average person's question? Even in your own home, there is a fight between brothers and brothers, sisters and brothers, a family, or the neighbors and the village. Doesn't matter that conflict is in your family, in the village, your country, continent. The most dominant and the prominent question is, who is the brain behind it? That was like a atom bomb in my head. Who is the brain behind it? Who causes it all? Get the mafia. Who is the mafiosi? It may happen in New York, but it begins in Sicily. That's what they say. Terror may happen anywhere in the world, but the place is, let's not name a country. If this political philosophy is such a dangerous thing, who is the brain behind it? But that destroys the world. If there is a religious philosophy which destroys the world, who is the brain behind it? And if there is a political doctrine which helps everybody, who is the brain behind it? If there is a discovery like the atomic power, who is the brain behind it? And if there is an atomic explosion and millions of people died for it, who is the brain behind it? The person who discovered the atomic energy surely did not plan that millions of people should die. So the same thing that becomes a huge blessing can be a huge curse. Who is the brain behind it? This thought was triggered, friends, because yesterday somebody sent me a beautiful photo, nice photograph. 3 generations photo, the father, mother, his father, the boy's father and mother, the girl's parents, and the boy and girl when they got married. Amazing photos. So graceful. Because when you see old people, they are not always old. And when you see the young little, blossoms, flower blossoms, they will not remain flower blossoms at all the time. It's like a plant. In our own plant, that also triggered a thought. Beautiful plants we have got. Avocado in Madras. Where shall you get it? So green and so beautiful. Every day I was going there enjoying. When I see now, I feel like, misery. Why? Because water logging, all the plants, all the leaves are totally dry. Maybe they will fall off, new will come. But what I'm telling is, imagine, friends, human being like a child. The child is born so cuddly, so laughing, so giggling, so much nice. How do you know what is the person's body will be when he's 20-year-old? How it will be when he's 15, 25, 30, 40, 50? Ravaged body, abused body, ravaged body. Or you come across a family, you get married, problem, divorce, killing each other. Children, rascals, drug addicts, these things are good people. And then you may succeed in getting some money, more money, no money, disaster. Conflict, conflict. Then by the time you are growing up, how many, fungal attack, insect attack, to the tree it comes up. The tree must survive it all. Sometimes everything eaten up. By the time the tree is 60-year-old, maybe just one dead wood standing. Human life is exact like that. You are growing, but hundreds of different types of insects are coming in, killing it up. Like parasite, resting on that, killing it and destroying it. Or there are some genuine, healthy parasites which are helping you to grow up. Ask yourself, friends, ask yourself, are you a parasite? Are you a microbe? Are you a type of germ which helps you to grow yourself and helps everybody else to grow? Or you are a parasite which destroys yourself and destroys others? What is your contribution to life? Ask yourself. Are you a parasite sticking into some people, taking life out of everybody and no contribution of any kind? Or you are a person, the life of life, Brahman the Absolute, all consciousness, all pervasive. Observe, friends, what type of tree you are, what type of fungus you are harboring, what type of insects, what type of germs or virus you are harboring inside. Your anger, your hatred, your jealousy, your inferiority complex, your mortality, your sense of limitation, killing everybody. killing yourself and killing everybody? Or are you a person, I am the happiness absolute? Not only I am, everybody. I am not an exclusive person, all inclusive. Ask yourself. You always ask. If there is a confusion, who is the brain behind it? Who is the brain behind your suffering in life? Who is the brain behind? Oh, my father gave me this thought. That your father gave your thought is not to destroy you. You are trying to protect. Your mother, your father, your society, your culture, whatever they have given, thinking that they are sustaining you. When you grow up, ask yourself a question. These ideas, are they sustaining me or they are my prison? They are the conditionings which are destroying me. Well, who am I? So a culture which does not introduce you to yourself, but introduces you to certain customs, traditions, words, later, functions, activities, customs, different types of way of life, and makes you a victim of those conditioning, and thereby giving an exclusive identity. Don't you think, friends, it's time you rebel against it? Why shall I be put in the prison that you have fixed for me? Why should I be defined by things that I have? Common sense, who I am, doesn't exist because of what I have. Simple. For me to have something, you may have to give me something for me to have it. For me to be me, what should you give me? Should you give me an identity? With identity you have. For me to have an identity, you have to give me an identity. I shall make you the king of this kingdom. I shall make you the prime minister of this country. I shall make you the owner of this village. I shall make you the owner of this land. I shall give you this title. All the world over, this Bharat Ratnam, this even that thing, all that stuff, you say that. And what happens there? We give a person a title, the fellow happens to be one who is trying to income tax, this, that. It doesn't matter, friends. I refuse to talk into those type of stuffs. But what I'm telling is, we have created an establishment, a world where our mask comparison, what type of dresses you have, what type of titles that you have, what type of degrees you have, what type of comparative faith or religion you have, what type of customs you have. Why are you losing yourself in a comparative, competitive dimension? There's an incomparable, all-inclusive dimension where everybody is great. But you refuse to be one with millions, one with infinity, because I want to assert my finite, exclusive role. How sad. It's a collective delusion of the humanity. Think of, friends, a collective delusion. Everybody wants to be special. Why can't you be like anybody else and everybody else? And what is that? Consciousness, happiness, yourself, who you are. Rest of the thing which you have. You have a body. You have a body. You pick up conditions. You had childhood, you had, body had. Now body is young, now body will be old. But who you are, childhood, youth, old age, same. You waking, dreaming, sleeping. But the one who is experiencing the waking, dream, sleep is one and the same. You experience ignorance, experience knowledge, experience forgetfulness. What was experience? Think of it. You experience ignorance, there was no thought. You picked up some thought, now you are knowledgeable. Now you are forgetting everything, forgetful. When you are forgetful means what? Thoughts forgotten, ignorance not forgotten. It's strange, but you are the same. Whatever name you give. As Bhagavan says, Matta Smriti Jnanam Apauhanam cha. Memories, so-called knowledge in relation to thought and forgetfulness comes from me, meaning you are always the same consciousness. So that is something, and you understand, beautiful part of it. Think about that question, friends. Are you a person who have seen this? Are you one with this infinity, absolute? all the time, absolutely happy, contented with yourself, fulfilled with yourself, and help others to be like that. Or you are a parasite. Eating of the trees. Have you seen when some type of infection comes into like a corona has come? Somebody has created it. Some type of infection in the tree, some bird flu. Trees get extinct. Something somewhere. Your fire of jealousy can burn down forest of humanity. Your parasites of viruses of different kinds can destroy, infect everybody. Call it terrorism, call it hatred, call it jealousy, religious fanaticism. These are all different types of deadly malignant virus. In reality, no quality is deadly. The ahankara makes it deadly. As I told you many times, friends, the jet plane, the aeroplanes did not strike the World Trade Center. It is a person took the plane and hit it. The food doesn't go into the hungry's mouth by itself. Somebody gives that food, helps somebody not to be hungry. It all depends. The same individual. Think, friends. So are you a curse? Or are you a blessing? Are you exclusive? Or you are all inclusive? So think, friends, because the whole existence is only one thing. One and everything is one. If you see drop by drop, it's like if you see area by area, different countries, different continents. But if you see the whole universe, everything is included. 7 seas you have named them. Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean. All these things you have named it, different type of oceans you have named. The water feels divided. What is the border of the ocean? Up to what point is the Pacific Ocean? Is the water body connected around the world? Same thing, the earth is connected around the earth. So you create an imaginary line, say that country, this country. There is a particular village in Nagaland. But the head of the village lives in India, sleeps in Burma. Because in the middle of the house, in the middle of the village, that India-Burma border passes. So his house is right on the border. So what happens is, he sleeps in his house, which is India, in Nagaland, he lives and sleeps in the bedroom, which is in Burma. What do you say? What do you think of it? Divisions. But in reality, everything is one. And one word explains it all. Okay? Let me see, friends. Just see that point. How beautiful it is. So beautiful. The moment you feel it, you will not be a person out to destroy everybody. Whom shall you? One person tries to kill and destroy everybody. Other person tries to help them understand they are immortal, absolute. But the person who is making business out of killing, he shall destroy the person who is making everybody alive. Why? Because if death is your business, life is your enemy. If destroying, being exclusive is your business, all-inclusive, you shall destroy. Because all-inclusive will make you completely redundant and useless. Think of it. It's so amazing. Do you take pleasure in killing people, destroying people, pulling down people? How? Shall you elevate? What do you say? When the person is crying, what do you say? Cry more, cry more? Or what does it say? Don't worry. Asocyanam sochastum. Do not grieve for a thing that is not to be grieved. Mahavishta Vidwan. Oh Vidwan, when the Vivek Chudamani, how nicely, when the student goes there and says, Durvara samsara davagni taptam dodhuyamanam duradrushtavataihi bhitam prapannam paripahi mrityo saranyamanyatvadaham najane. I am deliberately doing for my sake. You just see this. How beautiful. The student goes to the teacher. It's a representation of the humanity. Everybody can be in one time or other in a very sad condition. You are dying because of the anger or hatred or jealousy or poverty or ignorance of some kind, imaginary or realistic. Everybody's life it comes, and then you go to somebody to whom you want to find little shelter. And the person to whom you go for a shelter, do you cut that tree? Do you cut that tree? Think of it. The person goes and says, Durvara samsara, I am totally roasted in the forest fire of samsara. Dudhuyamanam duradushtave, completely shaken by the wind of the unknown. To cut the story short, please protect me. That time shall you say, burn little more, just a little more. I'll put some fuel into that fire so that I get burnt. Or the teacher says, Ma Vashishta vidwan, tavanastyapayo. Hey vidwan, that you are interested in to get out of this limitation, don't worry, I shall take you out of it. There is no fire. There is no death. There is no disease. There is no pain. There is no misery. There is no limitation. You are limitless, absolute. Even if there is a disease that belongs to the body, not to you. Do it if you can cure it. Why not? Cannot be cured, so what? It can only touch your body, not the absolute. Think of it, friends. How long can you be proud? Don't you see the richest millionaire, the richest man, the billionaires are dying on a 40-year-old, 10-year-old, 20-year-old accident, car accident, plane crash, or even the cancer, kidney problem, anybody. How do you see the mummified body of the prince? Like some fellow made a joke out of it. There are two mummies in a pyramid. So they asked the person, he was visiting from some country, they asked, so why there are two mummies are here? You know, this small mummy is the king when he was young, and the big one when the king is adult. Now what do you think of it? Even if that type of stupid people are there, anyway, it doesn't matter, friends, think of it. It can go, body shall be, you can be king of the kings, richer than the richest. Old age will disfigure you. Disease will destroy you. Are you there to help people to grow? Give them the freedom. You can never make the body free from death, but you can make the people understand and make them free from the fear of death. That the body is dying is not body's problem. I am dying is the problem of the I, individuality. That the body is aging is not body's problem. It is that I am aging. So once you are aware of all these things, you maintain the body for whatever best way it is. And then there is no sense of being proud that I am looking young. Like some people say that, they are interviewing each other. Two good personalities, they are telling how the body is ageless body and all that nonsense. And they say you can make it reverse your old age and all that stuff. And how they have reversed it? $1 million they have spent it. How to take special injection, comb their hair, color their hair, and remove the fat bags under the chin and this and that, and look very fresh. Never shall say that you have spent millions for looking young. How sad! And they talk about meditation and ask money. Why meditation? What is the money for? If I have to meditate for myself, why shall I give you money? I don't understand the logic of it. Am I going to make you immortal, or I'll help you to discover immortality, or I shall make you immortal? If I am making you immortal, I have to take some money from you. Why? Because I am giving you a computer, I am giving you a car. Car production takes money. Therefore, I can't give you free. Meditation production, Mahadeva, think friends. Happiness production. Where is the happiness being produced? You are the source. Where is the meditation? Other to yourself. How can you do that? Anyway, friends, talk about. We shall say, one name, everybody's name. Like I told you yesterday. Whoever asked, who are you? Everybody begins with the word aham. Let's see how it covers the entire existence. Okay? Take that two words. Ah. Okay? Another name is A, Ha, What are these letters? As I told you already yesterday, explained to you. This A effortlessly comes A, Akar, effortless. A, right. That stands for the waking one. So when you say waking, think of it. When you say waking, just don't think of your little waking. I woke up to my little hutment or my little one room flat. No. When you are waking up the universe of waking. Expand. Expand. There is no the king waking up to his kingdom and the subject waking up to his hutment. Is it so? The king wakes up to the universe, you wake up to the universe. Inside that, he has a kingdom, you have a hutment. What is that? The whole waking universe. So the entire waking universe, if you want to name it, the whole dream experience. Dream means what? Projections. Projections without control. In a dream. When you go into dream, do you know what are you going to dream? No. It projects itself. Your thoughts. How many thoughts you have got? Right. Everybody's thoughts put together. Ooh. Everybody's ooh. All thought world. Subtle realm. Like everything is earth. One name, no. Do you only have to say earth and then all the countries, all the continents, all the villages every time? No. Earth means is included. When you say ooh, the entire subtle universe is included. When you say the entire waking universe is included. And then you say, you can't open your mouth and say, you can't. And ooh, it remains closed. Everything is closed. Universe. The entire sleep, meaning the ignorance of all kinds. Why in sleep nobody has a trouble? Because pure ignorance. Not that in waking state ignorance is not there. But in deep sleep state, that statement is very beautiful. Naham janami, nakinchit janami. In the deep sleep, neither I know myself, nor I know anything else. Whereas in waking state, I don't know myself, but I take myself to be somebody else. I don't know myself, who am I, but I take myself to the body. I'm young, old, rich, poor, I should be richer, so kill him. I should be the more smart, therefore destroy him, or convert him, change him. What are you doing? So when you think of the deep sleep, the ignorance is complete. The whole causal universe, where with deep sleep, everything remains in a potential state, karana sarira, potential state. All the things, where? Macrocosmic. Macrocosmic, this is micro. Micro waking, micro dream, micro sleep, individual. Macro waking, macro dream, macro sleep, the whole physical universe. Okay. Between that, since waking, dream, deep sleep, how it happens? One thing that never leaves either the waking or the dream, one sleep, understand. The waking, the dream, the sleep. One thing that never leaves all the three is consciousness. You are conscious of waking, consciousness, okay? Consciousness. One thing you could never ever leave that thing is, you can't get away the consciousness zone. You can get away from the waking zone to dream zone. You can get away from the dream zone to sleep zone. You can wake up from the sleep zone to waking zone. You can go on waking, sleep, dream, sleep, waking, dream, waking. And then also, waking will falsify dream and sleep. Dream will falsify waking and sleep. Sleep will falsify waking and dream. Consciousness falsifies sleep, dream, waking. It gives a position to it, all the three things, because it is not an entity to give them a position and then take away their position. No, the whole thing together. So these are amatra, nispandam, the silence, nispanda. Nispanda, call it chetana, nishabda, no words, no names, no words, nothing. Nameless, all these things are together. So, the whole creation, the macro is what? As though the combination of both, the name and the nameless. Names and the nameless. Names include nameless also. Okay? How to go about it? The macro, the names and nameless, macro, whole thing. So, if you say the word Om, what happened? Etad alambanam sreshtham, etad alambanam param. Kathopanishad will say. This is the greatest symbol. Deshakala vastu parasita sunyam, param alambanam. This is the, it has no limits of time, place and objectivity. When you say Om, everything is included. That is the Omkar Sabda is the first primeval sound of the universe, as though. Omkara matha sabdascha dvabhimav brahmana pura kanthar bhitva viniryato tasmat mangaliko vahu. As though the creation, not the you as an individual, your waking dream, deep sleep, but the cosmic, macrocosmic, the existence. If you want to make a beautiful story out of it, call it story, call it explanation, call it anything. Because micro is there, macro is there. When by chance, when you say I, only individual body. When suppose the macro says I, everything is included. Name it God if you choose, Ishvara if you choose, Brahman if you choose. Only difference is either nameless, formless, Brahman, the nameless. Then the name means bring it Ishvara. That is why that day I told you the Prathama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, Uttama. English and Sanskrit they are a little different. In English, third person is he, third person, Tritiya, third person. Second person is you. First person is me, Prathama Purusha. You are a Prathama Purusha. In Sanskrit, what you call Prathama Purusha, in English, first person, is Uttama Purusha. So in English you can take it as the Prathama, first. In Sanskrit you can say Uttama, the best. The first and the best. And you is you, in between always same. And he is the Prathama Purusha, a third person in the what is that? In English, third person. In Sanskrit, it is known as the Prathama Purusha, being the Ishvara. Understand? It is Uttama Purusha, understand? Uttama Purusha, Prathama Purusha is Ishvara, Ditya Purusha is you, Uttama Purusha is the self. Because even Ishvara, consciousness, is a name and form. Nameless is Uttama, beyond waking dream, deep sleep, living and dying. So the first form, all forms if you put together, Ishvara, Prathama Purusha. You are Uttama. You are in and through everything. Your body is included in God. Suppose when he says, just like when the president says, I am the president, you are helplessly included. Is it just like telling like this? Can I say, bring your body and say, you come to my house for lunch? Yes. Don't forget your mouth. Can you say that? When you bring the body, everything comes with it. When India is invited, India is attacked, invaded, the entire India, not one piece. When the governors, the president suppose says, I declare the war against another country, you cannot say, that fellow is 75-year-old and he is telling that he is invading the other country. He has declared, let him fight. You can't say. When the president says I, the whole country reverberates with it. When the king says I, the kingdom comes with it. When the totality, macrocosm says I, everybody is included. So our physical body, mind and all these things helplessly included in the totality. So in the form-wise, you are part of the totality, like a drop is part of the ocean. In the formless-wise, everything is water. No drop, no wave, no ocean. Fantastic. Take your pick. Aham. Call it Om. Everything is included. Or you shall say no. Aham. That also is fine. Asirastam Hakaram begins with A. Last with the Hakara, then Ma. All the three. One and the same. So in the waking, dream, deep sleep. Past, present, future, Sanchita, Prarabdha, Agam, anything you can do that. But you don't get into that type of thing now. So total macrocosm has one name. So Om, such as in the sadhus, in the Indian tradition, Om, Shiva Shiva, they don't call you by name. Om, come here. Om, are you listening? Om, are you doing that? In Rishikesh, when they're feeding also, that thing there. So, they're serving food. Roti Ram, Roti Ram, Roti Ram. No, everything is Ram. Meaning where everybody revels. Shiva Shiva, they call you Shiva Shiva. They don't call your name. You can call the fellow Shiva, you can call the Ram, you can call you Om, you can call anything. You don't call anything also, he doesn't feel offended. But don't ever make him, confined to one name or one form. It's a functional name, functional form. When you say your village, you are not dismissing the earth or the universe. Same thing, when you say you are the body, don't dismiss the macrocosm. First you are Om, then you are something else. First you are Aham, therefore you are something else. So, which is a problem? Nothing is a problem. So that is something which is included in every universe. One name pervades the entire universe. Everything. You don't like it? Don't worry. Give your name. Be comfortable. But don't be exclusive. Don't be exclusive. You are not allowed to be exclusive. Or you are happily allowed to be exclusive. Like, when I say body, top to toe, it is only body. Are you getting that? You are understanding that point, please? Top to toe, I am the body. But I can't say, go to doctor, my body is not all right. Where? So there is a name, toe. The toe is toe, but part of the body. My knee joint, knee is a knee joint, but a part of the body. The stomach is a part of the body. Anything. First it is body. Just in your cells, trillions of cells in your body, but all the whole organism is you. Whether it is heart cell, kidney cell, it doesn't matter. Same thing in this universe. Everything is universe. Gross, subtle, causal, consciousness, all put together. There is nothing other than it. You are inseparable part of the totality. That is why one Bhagavan says, Aham adischa bhutam cha madhyanam, aham adim cha madhyam cha bhutanam antareva cha. I am the beginning, I am the middle, I am the end. There is nothing other than me. You can say the same thing. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat abhyakta murtina. By my unmanifest form, the whole universe is pervaded. You can say, Krishna said, you can say, anybody can say that. But when you come to standpoint of the body, when you are about one little body, lucky, suppose anybody feels hungry, you feel it, what will happen to you? Anybody feels hungry, you feel hungry. Anybody feels like sneezing, everybody simultaneously, 8 billion people are sneezing, what will happen? So exclusiveness has this beauty, functionality. It's beautiful. You can drink a glass of water, you can't drink the ocean, can you? Whole river should get into your mouth. So the limitation is such a beauty. Why are you trying to homogenize? And that everything must be one and the same? No, everything is exclusive, yet everything is all-inclusive. How sweet. What my toes can do, my knee cannot do. What my knee can do, my stomach cannot do. What the stomach can do, my head cannot do. My head can do, my finger cannot do. But together, they do everything. It's just like this, 5 fingers. See, 5 different lengths. Fat one, index, middle, this one ring finger and the small finger. When you put it at 5 people, 5 different ways they are going. But the moment they have to pick up something, they must come together. See, all are same, then only you can pick up. Suppose when you do that, this goes to down and this one little more, this one and this one stays up. How can you pick up things? When they come together, see? Same thing, like an orchestra. Hundreds of different music, but one conductor. Everybody plays his game. Everybody supposes, no, I must play all the time. Whether it's the flute or the drum or the cymbal or anything, each person insists that they must play all the time. What type of orchestra it will be? Pandemonium, right? How beautiful. Music is the ultimate. But every part has to play. So the music of the universe never dies. Everything is always fantastic. Existence is beautiful. Happiness galore. Immortality alone. There is nothing other than it. So when a person says, what is that? You say that, Mrityorma amritam gamaya. Everybody says, please take me from death to immortality. Asato ma sadgamaya. Please take me from the asat, the ignorance, to the sat, that is totality. Mrityorma amridamgam. Asato ma sadgamaya. Tamaso maya jyotirmagaya. From my darkness, take me to ignorance. From the mortality, take me to immortality. So a whole universe is beginning like that. Should you say, you should be an insect or infection or a sort of a terrorist or something? No. You are in ignorance, stay in ignorance. You are dying, die more. You are ignorant, so torture people. Wisdom. When limitation is killing me, why are you adding limitation to my existence? Take me to limitless. And you don't have to take me to limitless. You are already limitless. What a tradition! How much you want, friends? Ask yourself, feel little ashamed if you are creating problems for others. You can't help somebody, don't destroy somebody. Can you give happiness? No, don't give unhappiness. It's all because, don't blame that person also. Even to that person also you cannot blame. Because what can he do? He functioning from his ignorance. Like you can spend money that is in your wallet. You cannot spend from somebody else's wallet. So the type of conditioning that is given to him, type of ideas given to him, is a slave of that. Therefore punishes himself. Self-persecuting, persecutes. Panic-stricken, creates panic everywhere. Self-destructive, destroys everybody. Happy person with himself, lead people to happiness. Even if you want to give them a little unhappiness, and that is the way, take them through unhappiness to happiness. If it is suppose his arrogance, be a little arrogant with him and make him feel comfortable and make him that absolute. That is why you are jale jalam tale tailam. Water in the water, oil in the oil. Nobody is dismissed. Everybody is welcome for this knowledge. So when the teacher, student comes with all this crying, oh Lord, I don't know what to do. Ma Vashishta Vidwan, do not worry. Krishna says, Asociyan, Anosociyan, never grieve for a thing not to be grieved. Not that, now there is a client has come, I have to get money out of it, like the doctors. Create more problems and get more money, right? Not all doctors, I'm just telling you friends, don't worry about it. It's an example. Anybody who does that, whether you are a doctor, a father, mother, brother, friend, whoever, if you create somebody's problem, like a political maneuver, what do you say? We can create a problem, we can solve your problem. Disaster. Why should you do that? Be happiness. So ask yourself, we shall see that next class, friends. You can ask yourself, in this mighty tree of samsara, are you a parasite? An insect, a moth, a white ant, which eats up everything or helps in the growth. Even if those parasites also are included. Why? Because sometimes they eat it so that it can grow more. Everything is a blessing because you can eat something which is eatable. You can kill something which is killable, but you cannot kill something which is unkillable. You cannot. You cannot destroy something. Vinasham abheshashya nakaschit kartumarti. Nobody in this universe can ever destroy the abhaya, the imperishable, the inexhaustible, the immortal. Therefore, whom shall you hold responsibility? Nothing. That is the wisdom, friends. Even the person who is harming you, you say. Even the fellow comes and says, what a fool you are. Yes, you are the wisdom. That is why that great verse I told you from, what is his name? Kabir Das. Don't ask the antecedents of a teacher. Just take the knowledge and go. Same thing. Don't ask the antecedents of a student. In ignorance, what all things he has done, not done, doesn't matter. Tell him who he is. Don't dig into his past. Help the person to be themselves who they are. And why? Because there is one thing all pervasive. Call it aham or call it om. One word of I. Aham. You see the meaning of it? Because that is the only word, aham, as the I, ahankar, what happens? Which totally redundant. It is not needed for the creation to exist, for the body to exist, for the eyes to see, for the ears to hear, for the tongue to taste, for the nose to smell, for the thoughts to come, for you to be conscious. But this fellow is participating in everything. So withdraw that fellow. See yourself who you are. Then engage him consciously. Engage him, because for functional behavior. How nice it is. You are at once limitless for who you are and play the limitations. Be the changeless and enjoy the changes. Be the immortal, maintain mortality, live through life. Okay? Thank you, friends. I shall see those 2-3 verses. Sometimes, whenever time we are organizing, we'll let you know. Thank you very much. But please see these things. Suppose there is no classes after this 1 or 2 days, you think it over. We'll send you a notification. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Just close your eyes for me, please. Yeah. Okay, just close your eyes for a minute. Thank you, friends. Thank you.